Systematic errors, when the whole thing is tilted. You ever notice how you can do everything right and still end up wrong over and over in the same way? That's not bad luck. That's not you being sloppy. That's a systematic error. Let's make it simple. Imagine a bathroom scale that's always 5 pounds off. Not sometimes. Always. You step on 155. Tomorrow, 155. Next week, 155. It looks consistent, so you trust it. But the truth is 150. That's the dangerous thing about systematic errors. They're consistent, not accurate. Random errors bounce around the truth. Systematic errors lean the whole thing in one direction. Same with a clock that's always 5 minutes fast. It never tells the right time. It's precise, but it's wrong. Now here's the flip. Our society works the same way. When the tool is biased, the outcome is biased. If your scale is wrong, every weigh-in is wrong. If your survey only talks to 9 to 5 office workers, every survey result is biased. If your system is built on a skewed assumption, every person who goes through it carries that error. That's what I mean by systematic errors in real life. A justice system that protects the public, but somehow cages Black and brown communities at the highest rates for nonviolent offenses. A school system that punishes trauma behavior instead of treating trauma. A healthcare VA system that says, "Thank you for your service," and then makes you fight a portal for 6 months to see a doctor. An economic system that produces enough food and housing. But people are sleeping in cars and kids are hungry. That's not a glitch. That's a design, or at least, it's what happens when nobody is responsible for the design. The kid. Example, toxic stress. A kid grows up in constant chaos, violence, housing instability, food insecurity, caregiver stress. That's toxic stress. It's not just they had a hard childhood. It literally rewires the developing brain. More alert to danger, less capacity to focus, harder to regulate emotions. Then that kid goes to school and gets labeled disruptive. Then they get suspended. Then they fall behind. Then they get profiled. Then we act shocked when at 18 they're in the system. That's the same 5-pound error, just on a human life. The child was calibrated wrong by the environment, and our schools never recalibrated. We punish the output instead of fixing the input. Mass incarceration, Chakar. A national bad scale, we were told the system is about safety. But when you've got 2+ million people locked up, mostly for nonviolent or low-level stuff, mostly from the same neighborhoods, that's not a few bad apples. That's the bathroom scale again. If your system always lands on punishment over restoration, on cages over care, on surveillance over support, that's not random. That's systematic error. Built in, paid for, reinforced, generational. Veterans, a promise with a bug in it. We promise. Serve your country, and we'll take care of you. Reality, paperwork, wait lists, unprocessed trauma, homelessness. That it's not because individual people don't care. That it's because the intake process, the funding priorities, the admin layers were never designed for the human on the other end. It's a system that protects itself better than it protects the people it was made for. So what's missing? 2 things. 1, accountability. In science, when you find a systematic error, you stop and recalibrate. You don't keep publishing bad data. In government, schools, policing, we find bad data and we make a task force. We review. We look into it. We pass blame upward, downward, sideways, but not into the design. A system with no one empowered to say, "Shut it down, it's wrong," will keep producing wrong. 2, imagination. We act like the current setup is the only possible way, as if we didn't already actually build it. But school, court, prison, hospital, housing, currency, all invented. By people, with particular goals, at particular times. If it was invented, it can be reinvented. That's the piece you called out. We lost the courage to ask, what would this look like if it was designed for human thriving, not system survival? Again, consistent, not accurate.